Hello again, everybody. Gary Ferman and Stephen Wagner here, and this is your CaneSport Recruiting Minute. And today we are talking about the Miami Hurricanes' latest commitment. It is commitment season at the U, and another one came in last evening, Stephen, from one Max Buchanan. And for those that aren't familiar with the name, he is a 6'4", 279-pound offensive lineman. Mario Cristobal, Alex Mirabal strike again. They keep building that offensive line room. This guy is the number 95 overall prospect in the On 300. He is the number 7 interior offensive lineman in the 2025 class. He chose the Hurricanes over Florida State, Clemson, Ole Miss, Penn State, and Central Florida, all of which he took visits to over the spring and summer. Miami blew him away on his official visit to the U on June the 14th. And it all came to fruition last night with a commitment. Stephen, what does this commit mean for Miami and for Alex Mirabal and Mario Cristobal?
Well, first off, this is Miami's first, real blue chip offensive line commit since the 2023 class. They took, some guys in last year's class who, obviously, they took good players, but they took some guys who, may be seen a little bit more as, longer term developmental guys. Max Buchanan is 100% a star offensive lineman. His motor is absolutely tremendous. He's incredibly athletic, extremely versatile. And whenever you look at him in person, he is not a fat offensive lineman by any means. He is a big guy, not a ton of fat on him, moves extremely well for his size, hyper athletic. And he's listed as an interior offensive lineman, but really, he can line up just about anywhere. And Miami recruited him kind of with the intention of potentially being able to cross-train him, to being able to put him in a ton of different positions. Heck, I'd feel all right with this guy playing center. I'd feel all right with this guy playing right tackle. That's how good he is. This is a really, really, really big get for Miami. And right now, he is the highest ranked recruit that Miami has landed so far this class, according to the On 300. He's the first top 100 prospect. Gerard Pringle, the 4-star running back, he's sitting just outside the top 100. I think he's around 101, I believe. But Max Buchanan, a bona fide top 100 player committed to Miami.
And, we've been waiting for Miami's big move that they always make in the month of June and then July in the team recruiting rankings. And as you mentioned, Buchanan is obviously a highly rated prospect, and Miami's inching up. They're not in the top 10 yet, but you could see them headed in the right direction. And this guy is the perfect lineman for Cristobal and Mirabal because, like you said, Stephen, he can play in multiple spots, and most people have looked at him as an interior guy, and he might end up being a guard, maybe even a center. But you can't rule out tackle either. And they like to move their guys around. Like, Jalen Rivers, for example, this year could play tackle, guard, or center. And it really helps those guys the way that they are coached at Miami, because then when it comes time to go to the National Football League, they have greater value to the pros because of their position flexibility. And, besides versatility, this is a guy that brings it down after down. And Miami's been getting bigger, obviously, at offensive line. Max Buchanan weighs 279 pounds right now, which means by the time he gets to college, he'll probably be approaching 300. So this is going to be a big guy. He's got a 6'4" frame, perfect to work with in the college game. Stephen, I can't find any negatives. I know I'm the positive one. I know I'm the guy with the Canes colored glasses here that I wear from time to time, but I can't find any negatives in this. This is a great pickup for Miami. Your final thoughts?
Yeah, he plays with a really awesome motor. I have zero doubt that he is going to be the kind of guy that's going to be at Miami for 3 or 4 years. Unless, something goes horribly, wrong and, God forbid, anything goes wrong. But I really think that this is going to be a guy who's going to be at Miami for a while. Loyalty is a very big deal to him and his family. His father was an offensive lineman at App State. They really love Mario Cristobal. They love Alex Mirabal. And I think that they really are going to be hard commits. I'm expecting him to sign in December, and I think he's going to be in a Miami uniform for a couple of years.
Stay tuned to CaneSport.com for all your breaking recruiting news. For Stephen Wagner, I'm Gary Ferman. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time, everybody.